What is up, Meisterville? It's your boy Bachmeister, twice the nice that you were used to. So today we're gonna talk about we're gonna have what I like to call a buck geek discussion. Yeah, buck geek discussion. Okay, we're gonna talk about this man out here. You see it? That you see? We got the roast hand for boy. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this boy over here that I just showed, in this general area. Yeah, we talking about Iron Fist, aka Daniel Rand. Yeah, we talking about Iron Fist. Now, before I get into this, I should probably say trigger warning. So you have been warned. You know what I'm saying? You've been warned. If you don't want to be here, you can leave. That's all I'm saying. If you do, and if you want to argue for the sake of argument's sake, which I'm not going to engage upon because I ain't got time for that. Too old for that. Don't got time for it. So do you, boo-boo, but don't expect me to be engaging back on such a subject. Anyway, so I wanted to say that I haven't watched the show yet. It's not been released here in South Africa yet. And I kind of catch Netflix stuff on and off. Just on and off and all of that stuff. Alright? But that being said, though, there's a lot of buzz around it already, and apparently it's being mediocre.
Jesus Christ!
And a lot of the outlets and reviews, apparently the pattern is between a lot of these reviews is that the show is suffering from a white lead.
You didn't say that. Tell me you did not just say that.
Yep. A white lead. Okay, so, to be honest, I kind of saw this coming.
What?
Yeah. Because, you guys know the Mighty Whitey trope, right? There's a definition for those of you that don't know what the Mighty Whitey trope is.
Oh, hell no!
But yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, and it's been prevalent a lot. It's been prevalent a lot in a lot of stuff. Like, for example, Doctor Strange, the Wall of China, the Great Wall. I'm just saying, it's a thing that's prevalent in Hollywood. Alright? That's just the thing, okay? But now I'm not gonna attack this from a social justice warrior perspective, but I do personally believe the story would be better and more enhanced if he was Asian.
I'm about to lose it! You're out of your mind! You're out of your mind! You're out of your mind! Trust, I'm gonna let you know when you're out of your...
Yeah, I said it. Ooh, people are typing on their keyboards now. I can even feel it. Like, can you hear that? Spooky. Alright, but no, I'm attacking it from a story perspective, not an SJW perspective, not a representation perspective, purely from a story perspective, okay? Now, listen up, if you're interested in story, if you're interested in enhancing and advancing a story, rhyme. Okay, so let's get into this. So it would have been better. Let me be more specific. Actually, it would have been better if he was Asian American. All right. Reason being is because now you can tell the story of Daniel Rand, rich kid with a company, who is so disconnected from his Asian roots that he's westernized. He's westernized, right? Okay, no, wait. Before we even get into Danny Rand, let's talk about his daddy. Let's talk about his daddy. Okay, so his daddy was the Iron Fist before, right? But now he's the warrior of Kunlun. He's mashing and destroying armies. Kunlun is victorious everywhere. But as he noticed, the more battles he fights, the more he realizes how messed up these people actually are. Like, there's dudes that are doing unnecessary things on the battlefield that don't make sense. They're like taking the enemy's head and punting it around, or they're playing dodgeball with it or whatever.
Dodge, bitch! Get out the way! Get out the way, bitch! Get out the way!
Like, they're enjoying themselves too much. So he's like, no, there's something wrong with this culture here. This is not right. Then, as he's walking through the supermarket, because he's the Iron Fist, he's revered by the people. He walks past a stall and he hears like some beats, like some soft beats in the background. You know what I'm saying? So, like, somebody's hitting something in the background. So he goes to the store and the lady wants to sell him an orange, but then he's like, "Lady, what is that sound in the background? Like, what's that sound at the back?" Now this lady starts freaking out. She's like, "No, you can't go back there. Please don't go back there. Wada 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 wada." Boom! He goes back there. He finds this lady training. She freaks out, starts attacking him. All right, and they have the misogynistic debate of the century. Yeah. And he loses. But also, he loses not because she had the better argument, but because he saw the holes within his own argument. Yeah? Get philosophical for you. Alright? They fall in love, everything's great, but, they've got this little forbidden thing going on. Alright? Like, there's some sort of doctrine that UT has to pick the wife of Iron Fist or something. Some messed up dynamic like that.
You marry who I tell you, boy.
So, fast forward, they escape, they run, right? They do some running. After they do some running, okay, they wind up in America, alright? So, he gets a job, like he opens up a little dojo or whatever, he's teaching kids in Harlem, for example. You know what I'm saying? He's going to the Desolate because that's what he knows. He's the Iron Fist, he's always been protecting the Desolate, so he goes to the Desolate. So he goes to Harlem, or he goes to wherever there's, poor people who need some sort of upliftment of sort, right? Ended up starting dojo, and he like starts also a business because he brought some of the gold from Kunlun. He did some trading. You know what I'm saying? He got his money game strong.
I get money. I get money. I get money. I get it.
Okay, so we've got Rand in them streets. We've got the dojo, or should we say temple, or just training area, because dojo definitely is, I like to be specific like that. Anyway, so not dojo, but just like a training area, okay, or like he opens like a gym, a martial arts gym, okay. But now they're both subject to the curse of the Iron Fist. All right. Now they both still Asian, or the woman is whatever, this, like, the kid's Asian, so I'm gonna say his dad should be Asian. Yeah, that's just me. But his dad should be Asian, specifically like Chinese or Japanese or whatever. Because I don't know how Kunlun works with all of that stuff, but yeah, we should be of that Asian veil. We're talking Japanese, Chinese. So anyway, now he's subject to the curse of the Iron Fist. So he's having nightmares at night. He's seeing past worlds or whatever. And this is all encompassing. He's even experiencing past Iron Fists, like nightmares and doubts and psychosis and whatever. And he has to fight it. And as a result, his wife feels the same stuff as well when she's sleeping at night. So they both crazed. Alright? And then they have a kid. And this kid grows up, and now he's like, 9 years old or whatever. Now he's also having certain nightmares. His dad and mom have learned to control him at this time with meditation. They've gotten it under wraps. The kid, however, he's not coping well. He's not coping well at all. Like, and popped up at school also, he's getting bullied. He's getting a lot of stuff flying at him at the same time. So now his dad is like, okay, we gotta go back to Kunlun and give them the power of the Iron Fist. Don't want it no more. Alright? But not, like his wife says this is a bad idea. Maybe we should teach him how to meditate. And it's like the kid's mind is fragile. He will break. He will not be able to take it. But remember, at this time he's also westernized. It's not like he's completely messed up, but he's just having messed up flashbacks, and it's getting worse as he's getting older. So anyway, they go back to Kunlun, you know, and then everything happens as normal. So his partner is there because his partner is like, you've been talking about Kunlun, kind of talk about Kunlun here and there. Is it a new place, a new map, a new area, a new venue of business? And these guys are supposedly really good friends, or best friends, but you know, Papa Rand doesn't know that this guy is very evil. So anyway, they go into Kunlun. This guy sees the majesty of Kunlun, but also sees that Danny Rand's papa won't let him exploit it for money. You know, capitalism and regular stuff. And yeah, so Danny Rand's daddy falls.
Woo! You know he did.
Mama gets chewed up by wolves.
This some bullshit.
Danny gets inducted into Kunlun. Alright?
Right, I'm your daddy now.
Already he's an Asian kid, so they're assuming that he's used to some sort of amenities or whatever, or like they assume certain things about him. And then from there, you can get into cultural jokes. You know, you could have Danny Rand say something like, oh, now just because I'm Asian or just because I'm Chinese, I need to learn Kung Fu. What if I don't want to be here? That's kind of stereotypical. And Lei Kung the Thunderer could be in his face like, look boy, stereotypes are no stereotypes. You need to learn to defend yourself, because when it comes to your life, there is nothing stereotypical about it. And then you can like take it on from there, and you can write a whole plethora of stories. You can go into his lineage, you can go into the poison of his lineage, you can get into a past Iron Fist that actually sees that he's kind of a corrupt Iron Fist because he's not embodying what that Iron Fist used to embody, and that Iron Fist comes back from the grave to kind of cleanse the Iron Fist line or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can get into stuff like that. And that is why I think the show is suffering, because Daredevil had a unique spin. Alright, you know, kind of Batman-ish, kind of, but you know, it was about a dude who's the law, but he's the lawless at the same time. Luke Cage, it was a guy dealing with the ills of his community as a black man, to be positive, but also to defeat the negative. You know what I'm saying? It was the good versus the bad. He had to balance that out, because he was not purely good himself. He was also a convict and whatnot, you know, and he's also done things, and you know what I'm saying? He was not pure, but he had to fight for the purity and beat the impurities. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Jessica Jones. The only twist on that was, you know, it was talking about the struggles of a woman and the struggles of dealing with the rapist and all of, and being raped and stuff, and confronting your rapist, and when your rapist feels affection for you, you know, there's like a lot of things going on in her mind, and she's got to fight that off and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So every show had a unique twist, whereas Iron Fist is looking like another mighty wifey trope, and that's been beaten to death. It's been had over and over again. So I think that that's why him being Asian and telling it from an Asian American's perspective would have given that show that kind of flair and the edge over the other shows, because now not only are you having a show that's got a lot of badass kung fu and all of that stuff, but it's also talking about roots. It's talking about nature versus nurture. It's talking about, do you accept your heritage or do you create your own heritage? You know what I'm saying? It's not about some white dude who goes to a place where there's people who've been training there for years and then somehow he beats all of the people. Now, this is not an attack on white people, but I'm just saying, it's hurting the story, and it hurts a lot of stories. So, that's why an Asian American Iron Fist would have been a better story to begin with, and if I was writing Iron Fist, that's what I would have done. Because already from that narrative there, you've got a rich, deep backstory, and you've already got cultural, you've got culture, like you've got the race versus culture debate. because racially he could be Asian, but culturally he could be like something else. He could not, be of his people. And Lei Kung could look at this and just like, he can be baffled by it as well and all of that stuff. So I mean, that's just my 2 cents on it and all of that stuff. Honestly, it's just my 2 cents on it. That's all I'm saying is that I feel like it's because it's been done before that Iron Fist is suffering. Okay? And if you don't believe me that it's been done before, okay, no, you know what, man? Just roll the tape. Roll the tape. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, this is just 2 cents. This is just guy ranting on YouTube. This is just an idea that I had about the Iron Fist lineage. That's all I'm saying. That's all that it is. So yeah, if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and all of that stuff. If you did not, then I mean that's your business. But if you sat through the whole video, I don't know why you would do that. And yeah, I guess I will see you all in another video because my man's got to be out. Peace.